I moved to India in 2018, and all I used to see in crypto was like ICOs and white papers and all this kind of stuff. And there was always in general, like discussion around how dApps can change the world. Like how all these projects will have decentralized applications, how Ethereum will have decentralized applications, and the role of DeFi, how it can. I mean, like at that point of time, we never used to call it DeFi. It was just like normal applications on Ethereum. So I always had the curiosity of using these applications, like, and be like one of the early adopters. I remember like the first application. I don't remember the name, but I remember like the first time when I used an application, it took me at least 3 to 4 days to get used to it. Like firstly, like had to download MetaMask, learn about private keys, managing it, storing it. And then when I used the application, it was so difficult for me to actually use it. Of course, UX was bad. Application was also probably like it's non-existent right now. The first onboarding to engagement experience was really terrible, and that too like for a guy who's been into crypto, right? Who knows about all these things. For me also, it was like really bad. Like it was like, okay, why did I choose that when we have like an easy option in Web2 world? Like why do we need that? So all those questions were coming in my head, and I was like, okay, if this is that difficult for me, like how would my mom use it? How would anyone use it? And then like we kind of brainstorm a lot in general how applications should become simplified. We talked a lot to Sandeep as well, from Polygon. How at that time it was just starting with Matic. We had just inception, like baby idea of Biconomy, but Matic was sort of already in development, and he talked a lot about how gas fee should be like lowered down, or in fact like should be removed, and how things should become more scalable. We went back like to understand Web2 as well, that how first version of YouTube or like Facebook were, how first social media websites were, or how like Yahoo was back then. Streaming a video was like a miracle. Like people never thought we will be streaming or we will do these kind of things, just because infrastructure was not there. It was so super difficult, and people were trying to build everything in house. No one would actually imagine that we can order a book online. Like I thought all these things were like just dreams. So like, okay, like we definitely believe in crypto. We we married to the idea of it, but in not in this current form. Like if we have to be in the space, we have to make sure that people are able to use all these applications. And yeah, that was the starting point of Biconomy. Like the first point was how do we make sure that we are able to use it, and if we are able to use it, how do we make sure that anyone else can use it? So from last 3 years, we've been kind of focusing just on that. Like how do we make sure that blockchain applications become easier to use, and how we can hide away all the complexities, for any end user. We're still not there, still it's difficult, but still I'll say it's a lot better from where we started, right? So it's a long journey. We kind of iterating our ideas on a way. We're learning from different user behaviors. We're learning from different developers, and ultimately we want to make sure that people don't even categorize these applications as dApps or Web3 application. It should be like a normal day-to-day application where blockchain and everything should be hidden in the background, end users not knowing about it. So yeah, that was sort of a starting point, for Biconomy, and yeah, what we were doing.